Here is my 2 cents on the comments made by Fresh Trends on Musa Khaula being allegedly paid 20,000 rands by Leroy so that he would stop talking about Mihlali, who he calls MJ Light. So Musa was having a space on Twitter where he was telling the story of how he was allegedly paid 20,000 rand by Leroy so that he could stop talking about Mihlali. But Musa had a lot to say about this, and some of the things that he said was that he took the money and he drank it all, and after the money was finished, and he also said that when he even forgets about the money, then he will start talking about the person again. And he also said that when he started to talk about Mihlali again, Leroy called him, and Musa told him that you don't own me, and you're the one who decided to give me money, so I will do whatever I want, and the money was already finished anyway. And what Fresh Trends actually said about this is that bribes are an endless pit you can never fill. No matter how much money you give the person, like, it will never stop. And she also mentioned that CN Bougi's married boyfriend also did the same thing, I guess, paying Musa to stop talking about CN Bougie. And she also advised that if you're thinking of doing the same thing, just stop, because as Musa said, as soon as he forgets about that money, he is going to continue talking about you or about the person you want him to stop talking about. Now, what I wanted to say about this situation is that, number one, to accept 20,000 rands, for me, I felt like that was small money given how much influence Mihlali has. Like, even when Musa wanted or did the petition to stop Mihlali or the brands from working with Mihlali, that didn't work because the brands know how many numbers Mihlali actually brings in. And you can even see by the number of people who signed the petition that Mihlali's name reaches a whole lot of people. So for you to accept 20,000 rand to stop talking about Mihlali, for me, was like, that's small money. But then at the same time, I believe that when Musa is tweeting the stories on Twitter, he doesn't actually get paid for them, like he tweets for free. So that will also make sense to not understand how to monetize that situation where he was being asked to stop talking about Mihlali, because I believe that if he was in a platform like YouTube where you can actually monetize your stories, he would understand how small 20,000 rands could be, especially if you have such a huge following and get such huge views. Because let's be honest, Musa does get a lot of attention on his page or whatever you call it on Twitter. And another thing that shocked me was that if Leroy actually did pay Musa this much money to stop talking about Mihlali, why was there no NDA or something like that signed? Like, why was lawyers not involved? Because if you're going to call me and say, stop talking about this person and then give me money, and there is nothing of you saying what's going to happen after a month or whatsoever, I feel like that's risky, because then there's no actual, yes, there is an agreement because we agreed on the phone that, okay, fine, I'll stop talking, but there was no timeline to say until when. Like Musa said that after he spent that money and he forgot that the money was even in there, he started talking about MJ Light, as she calls Mihlali again, which I feel it's disrespectful, but I do get what he's trying to do. So I was shocked that there was no NDA signed to say that you will not speak about this and you will not speak about this person for this long, or when it comes to cases like this and this and that. So I was shocked about that as well. And another thing that I want to say is that celebrities need to understand or need to accept the fact that Musa is not their friend. It's no one's friend. Musa is paparazzi on fire. Like, he is on steroids right now, and he is paparazzing left, right, and center. And I don't understand why people are still trying to be in Musa's circle, or just still trying to be civil, or still trying to be friendly with Musa. I don't understand why people still allow him to be in their spaces, because he is airing out everything. I think they should start to accept the fact that Musa is paparazzing, and Musa when he gets hold of a story, it doesn't matter who you are and what you're doing, he is going to talk about it, and it's going to be all over the socials because bloggers are going to take it, bring it on YouTube. It's going to be everywhere. And I think it's high time that even YouTubers accept the fact that Musa is paparazzi. And if you look at Americans, because South African celebrities will be copying things from Americans, but with other things they just don't pay attention to. Like, I don't see American celebrities or A-listers, even B-D-listers, being up and friendly with paparazzi unless there's a story that they want to push out using paparazzi. So I don't know why not our celebrities adopting that as well, and just accept that there are bloggers that will talk about you. There are people who are trying to be paparazzi like Musa, who you just don't mingle with, especially in your personal space, because they're going to air out your business because that's their job basically. And another thing is that I agree with the comments that were made by Fresh Trends, because I feel like once you try to bribe someone and then that person sees that, oh, okay, I can actually get money from this person if I talk about this and this and that, they're going to continue doing that because they know that that matter presses you and they're going to get money out of you if they do that. And it will also, Musa also now on the other side, talking about this money that he allegedly got from Leroy, I think it's also going to maybe prevent other people from actually trying to bribe him, because now they will see that it does not actually work. So at the same time, it's again standing in front of him and money, because now people are going to be, what's the point? Because he was bribed with this money by so-and-so and he still went on and talked about them. So why should I bother paying him? And I think that to pay someone to stop talking about you is, I don't see it working, because number one, you can just wait it out. A scandal in South Africa doesn't last that long. You can wait it out. It's going to go away. Or if you don't want to wait it out, just let it be, man, because they're going to find someone else to talk about. They're going to find something else to talk about. And for you to now bribe a person and all of that, you're just making the situation worse, because now we're talking about the bribe. So we're still talking about them anyway. And Musa is still talking about them anyway, even after the bribe. Maybe I have a different understanding of the situation. If you agree or disagree with the situation, please do comment out down below and let's have the conversation there.